Hey guys, it's Dana at ZIMM'S Guitars. A friend of mine dropped off a guitar for us to look at. Check this thing out. Alright, so this is the brand new Badlands Guitar Company. This is Phillip McKnights' prototype that he dropped off to me. It's a brand new company. It's called Badlands, and this is the GX1. McKnight, the Tone King, and a group of other people got together. They decided to start their own guitar company. They call it Badlands Guitars. They're doing this for fun. What they decided to do here is, a lot of you guys, we would do things like we'd go on Reverb or something, and we'd tell ourselves, man, I'm looking for a USA guitar. I want something that's cool, like from the 80s. I want like an old BC Rich Gunslinger, American made. I want an old, cool, American made shredder. And you can't find anything. So Phillip McKnight and the Tone King and some of his friends, they put together this guitar brand, especially for us kind of guys that love the 80s metal scene. And we want to reminisce and we want to go back to the good old days of the 1980s and the guitars that they made back then. All right, so, this thing is definitely straight out of the 1980s. And what they decided to do on this guitar is they tried to make it the very best guitar they could make at this price. The price of this guitar is $2,499, and you're telling yourself, hey man, $2,500, but what you're getting here is a USA made guitar, and from a couple of guys that wanted to give you a guitar that is the best possible guitar that you can get at this price. Now, there's those guys out there and they're like, $2,500, are you kidding me? But then those same people have like a dozen Harley Benton guitars and stuff. So it's kind of like, what's the difference? Some guys, this is what they want. They want a guitar that is super rare. It really stands for something. It really sort of means something. They built this guitar to their exact specs as far as what would you love to see in a USA made guitar at this price. Okay, so the neck is Canadian maple, and it's got these nice red inlays right here, and it has the California sunset at the 12th fret, and it's maple on maple with the nice rolled edges. And they dry this wood out. They put it in a kiln and they dry this wood out, and then they let this wood set in a warehouse for a whole year before they build it into a neck. So you don't have to worry about this neck ever twisting or ever having any fret sprout. And not only that, Phillip McKnight inspects every one of these guitars before it goes out into the world. If you order one of these, McKnight is going to have his hands and his glove across these frets, and he's going to inspect every one of these guitars, which is kind of a big thing. Alright, so you've got your 3 different pieces of quarter sawn maple back here. You got the Made in California sticker that's on the back, and then every guitar has its own serial number. And if you look at this serial number, you can see it says PMP, which is Phillip McKnight prototype. You got the really nice Goto locking tuners. Again, the best you can get. They spared no expense to put this guitar together. The best parts that you can get. There's never going to need an upgrade on this guitar. And then if we look right here on the back plate, these are custom made back plates. It's got their logo on there. It's got the same serial number. So the serial number on the back plate matches the serial number on the headstock. You can see it says the Phillip McKnight prototype right there. The back of the guitar, you got the beautiful graphics on here. And you got the 2 cavity cover, and the back plate is flush mounted, so it's nice and smooth. So just super high quality stuff. And you got the DiMarzio strap locks that come with it, so you don't have to go out and buy your own strap. It comes with the best strap you can get. This is what Phillip McKnights loves to put on all his guitars. They're already on this guitar. You order one of these, it's already on there. Okay, the bridge on this now is a Goto, made in Japan. And they went with this bridge because they believe this is the best bridge you can put on a guitar. This is what Phil and the Tone King and the other guys over there decided to do. They wanted the best possible quality. And here's the bar for it. And you can see it's got the little hole in here, so it sits down on there. And then it twists down on there and holds in place. And it only dives. So it's like Eddie Van Halen's guitar where it only dives. You can't pull up on it, right? So this bridge, brand new, you can get these for $150. And you know, again, these guys, they didn't want to cut corners. They didn't want to tell anybody, hey, let's just put a licensed Floyd on here because they're only $65 or something like that. They went with the best possible bridge you could put on one of these things. Also, you can order one in a hardtail version too. This guitar was debuted on January 18th. It's the 21st today. So you're running out of days to order this. You have exactly 45 days if you want to order one of these things. And after that, they're not going to make any more. They're going to release new models later in the year, and I think maybe springtime of next year. But if you want to get this exact guitar, the time to do it is now within the next 43 days or something. Time is running out on one of these things. And I think, and this is my own personal opinion, but after these guitars all ship out and this order is done, you'll never ever be able to call Badlands or text or email McKnight or the Tone King and say, hey, I want another one like that first run. They're never going to make them again. You remember a few months ago where Gibson was doing that thing where you could like buy into a guitar, or you could buy stock into a guitar, because their theory was after time, the guitar is going to make money. It's going to go up in value. Now, this is just my own thoughts, but I kind of believe that these guitars are going to go up in value. And so, in a way, it might be a really good investment for some guys out there, because they're going to have something that is so unique and such a small run that it's going to be a conversation piece. And it's just going to be a very epic guitar for pretty much the life of this guitar. 20 years from now, this is going to be just such a amazing history, just a very, just an incredible investment. So that's just my own thoughts. I can't guarantee any of that, of course. But I just think it's one of those things that seems to me like a great investment. I know there's guys that buy Gibsons as investments. I can see this being very, very close to that same type of an investment right now as a Gibson or something. I think these are going to go up in value. All right, so with this guitar package, we also get a Runway Audio instrument cable, and this was their decision to put the best quality cable together with this guitar. Now there's guitar brands and they end up throwing something like this in the gig bag. They give you some cheap thing like that. Badlands guitar's not going to go there. They want to give you the very best instrument cable that you can get your hands on. They throw it in for free with this guitar Runway Audio instrument cable. It's the best one you can get. And then every one of these guitars does come with the Badlands Guitar Company poster. So this is the Badlands mascot, and he's shooting away the tone capturing robot here in the poster. It reflects the 1980s. It's what, you know, we all wanted, and it's what we all loved back in the days. It was just fun. Every Iron Maiden album cover, everything looked like this type of, you know, fun kind of heavy metal stuff. And so every guitar does come with one of these framed posters like this. But again, this guitar, it honestly just really blows my mind. And big thanks to Phil for dropping it off to me, because honestly, I told Philip, I'm like, bro, I'm a little bit nervous doing a video. He's like, man, just have fun with it. And I'm like, okay. So McKnights' video goes through all the specs. We'll leave a link in the description below so that you guys can get to McKnights' video. And so you can actually see, you know, Phil talk about this guitar and really go through it. The only thing I can do really honestly right here, other than maybe changing the strings out, today's string, which I'm not going to do. It's got 10 gauge strings on it, and you guys all know I love 9 gauge strings on there, but I don't think I'm going to throw a set of Ernie Ball 9s on it today. But I will plug it into an amp over here, and I'm going to strum it a little bit for you guys. So here we go.